Right, I just want to share with you guys a little bit about some shared resources that we have available for you to use. First, just a heads up, you probably already know about this, but if you open your Dropbox, we have a few shared resources. One being the blank rooms, um, and then here we just have a lot of these different rooms available for you to put your designs on the walls when you create your listings. So if you don't have access to that or you don't have it available in your Dropbox for whatever reason, let me know and I'll make sure I get that to you. And another one was the fonts. These are various fonts that we have collected over the last year. So let me find it here. Um, Fonts. There's a lot of fonts here. Here we go. Okay, so you should have this fonts folder in your Dropbox, and they're just a bunch of zip files. If you have never downloaded a new font, the only thing you have to do is when you double click it, this little box will come up, and you just click Install Font, and that will put it right on your computer. If you already have Inkscape open, or the program that you use to create your designs, you'll have to exit out of that and then reload it again before that font is available in the font cache inside that program. So pretty easy to use. We have a lot of them in here. Defont.com is a great place to get new fonts. So yeah, that is available. Next thing I want to tell you guys about is our membership to Graphics Factory. It's graphicsfactory.com. I will send you the login information in the email. But this is a really great resource. They have over 2 million pieces of clip art to choose from. Obviously, we don't print out colors like this, but there's a lot of vectors and like black and white images to choose from. So I'll just give you a quick rundown on how to use it. The reason we use this too is not just because they really have an abundant amount of clip art to choose from and help aid in our designs, but we don't like to take things that don't belong to us, and we want to be original. So we have a business account with them and the ability to use their images freely in our designs. Um, so try to use this if you can. Like I said, they have a lot. So let's pull it up here. Let's say you want to find a cat. You can just type in cat, but you're going to get a lot of stuff. So I'll type in like cat, black and white. Oh, and what that does is just bring up the black and white ones that are really easy to use for our designs when you create them. So we'll just pick one out here, this mangy looking thing. Let's say you're making a whatever design, cat or Halloween, and you want this guy. So you got him. Now you're just going to want to download it. I usually download just the JPEG or a PDF. Not all of them have the vector right here available to download, which is essentially what we want, but for whatever reason I've found that when I downloaded the vectors on here, they're not actually usable in our program, or there's a problem between the way they send this vector and our cutting software. So this is pretty painless, but I download the JPEG, and what I'll do is we can get out of this now. So I download that, and I'll just pull that download, and I'll just throw it on my desktop, and then I will import it into here. So here's the cat, import it. And they're nice clean images, so you can just do the trace bitmap, which you should be familiar with. Select your image, trace bitmap, update. There we go. Okay. So now you have the vector and you have the that JPEG is still there. So looks like I'm holding on to the vector here. An easy way to figure out which one's a vector and which one is the JPEG is if you just click it and drag it over this line, and you can see the line behind it. That way I can tell that this is the vector, because if I drag this one over it, it whites out that line. Another way is if you select this tool and you just go over it, it will turn that blue color, which means those are the paths and nodes. And this one is one we want to get rid of. So we'll delete him. And now we have our cat. So you can go ahead and skew it or do whatever you want with it at this point. you can just go ahead and file, save as, and we'll just put this as cat or whatever you want to name it. Save it as an SVG, and I'm just going to save this one to my desktop. That's it. So now I have this cat SVG and a usable vector graphic to aid in any design, or I could just sell this cat as is if you don't want to add anything to it. But really handy tool. Let me know if you have any questions. But again, just when you are creating designs and you're looking for a specific piece of clip art or a graphic, first thing, go to Graphics Factory, see if they have something you can use. It's a really great resource. Thanks, guys.